Welcome to It's Your Space. I'm Mary Cox, Seattle-based, New York-bred interior designer who firmly believes that subconsciously, design choices psychologically and physically influence how you feel in a space. This podcast will introduce you to the science behind how your environment impacts your well-being. I'm often asked what my process is for designing a space. It's easy. I listen. Because the truth is, you actually know what you want, and I know how to get you there. We move through most of our days on autopilot, filtering out sounds, sensations, even emotions, just to keep up. Our brains are constantly deciding what matters and what doesn't. And most of the time, we don't even realize it's happening. We are inundated with emails, texts, phone calls, one distraction after another. But every once in a while, something shifts, a moment, a feeling. It breaks through the noise, and it asks for our attention. We all have something in our brains called the reticular activating system, or they call it RAS. Think of it as a filter between your conscious mind and everything happening around you. It decides what to pay attention to and what to ignore. I was reminded of this recently while attending a webinar hosted by Overlake Neuroscience Institute called Calm the Storm, A New Look at Migraines and the Nervous System. And it was presented by Kate Kennedy, a nurse practitioner and migraine expert, along with Julie Mavros, a chronic pain and migraine coach. One concept came up again and again throughout the presentation. Your body knows before a migraine starts. And when you learn to listen to the subtle signals and triggers that show up beforehand, you can often stop the migraine before it even starts. Case in point, my friends had asked me to join them at a Christmas market at a local winery, and there were lights and carolers, many people and vendors vying for my attention, and even Santa Claus. I knew that it was sensory overload for me, but I chose to ignore these triggers because I didn't want to disappoint my friends. And boom, within an hour, I had a migraine. Looking back on that experience, I realized my RAS had been activated. I kept thinking about what Kate and Julie had emphasized, how important it is to listen to your body. And the same idea applies to creative listening in the spaces we design. When you truly listen to your body, the way you want to feel in that space reveals itself. It's your body. It's your space. And today on It's Your Space, we have a really special guest and dear friend, me. I am constantly talking about how to listen to your body to create your ideal environment. And recently, I realized I needed to take my own advice. My washing machine had broken down and the replacement was installed incorrectly. That meant a return and researching a new machine and coordinating deliveries, pickups, refund, paperwork. Ay, ay, ay. And then a leak in the upstairs bathroom ruined my kitchen below it. Talk about the cobbler with no shoes. All of a sudden, I was thrown into an unexpected remodel. It was physically and mentally exhausting. I wasn't sleeping or eating properly since my kitchen was totally torn apart. Everything was covered in plastic sheeting. And all my stuff, small appliances, dishes, artwork, every cabinet, food items, were now moved to my great room. And for all of you who know me, my brain does not handle visual noise. Of course, unless it's a construction site, but I am not living in it. My brain likes order, calm, structure, and this was, to put it mildly, making me crazy. Until I stopped and listened to myself. Our brains have to have order. And as an interior designer, I realized that I bring my clients' vision to life, which usually means construction, loud noises, weird smells, random people coming and going, and all kinds of chaos. I manage the project from start to finish. But at the end of the day, I get to go home to my own calm space. My clients don't. So suddenly, I became one of my own clients, and I wasn't taking my own advice. When I recognized this, I realized I had control, and life wasn't just happening to me. I quickly pivoted and treated this remodel as one of my own projects. What would make this client, me, feel better about this unexpected remodel? I asked myself, did I want to rip out the hardwood flooring that was damaged and warped and put in new tile in the master bath? Did I want to add an additional cabinet since the wall in the kitchen was ripped out? Or maybe just change the paint color of the kitchen walls? But after treating myself like a client and asking these important questions, it made clear what design choices would ground me. I started to feel way better. And by the way, I chose to keep the more expensive hardwood floors in the master bath because I have a sensory response to hardwood floors. They just feel good under my feet. So back to the story. Once I applied my own creative listening techniques to myself, every design decision became intentional, creating a space that would genuinely support my emotions and my well-being. At the end of the day, both the migraine and the remodel showed me the same thing. Listening to your body matters. It's about paying attention, staying present, and making intentional choices that actually support you. Whether it's noticing your senses at a busy market or noticing them in your home, it all comes down to tuning in, honoring what you feel, and remembering that you do have control over your environment and your health. Since launching this podcast, so many of you have reached out to share what you've learned, telling me how something a guest said really resonated with you, or asking for guidance on design directions. Because of that, we're creating a new monthly segment that will address all of your questions. So if there's something you're curious about, a challenge you're facing, or a topic you'd love to hear more about, leave a comment or question below, as I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for taking the time to listen today, and we're thrilled to be part of your journey. I hope that this podcast will help empower you and teach you how to pursue your vision for your home by becoming aware of how design elements make you feel. We have many creative and inspiring guests joining us in future podcasts, sharing their knowledge and experiences with holistic design. And we're very excited about hearing from all of you and learning about your reactions to different design components. We welcome your comments and likes, and of course, would greatly appreciate you subscribing to our channel. Till next time, remember to start listening to yourself, because it's about you It's your home. It's your space.